it was remiss of us to not end last week's show in this way, so I'm going to get it out of the way right at the start this week.
Yep.
A belated Happy Mother's Day to all the mums that listen to the show.
Absolutely.
We know there's a lot of them.
Yep.
Certainly a key demographic for
Yeah. Lots of mums.
huge part of the Flittiff community.
Yep. Hell dog.
Hell dog. She's going to love that. Amma. Nailed it.
Big friend of the show. Big fan of the show.
Oh, just, yep.
You know, she actually asks like week in, week out. She keeps asking like stats wise.
About the
Yeah,
show.
she's like, so how many listeners have you got? Like, have you upped or like, are you guys going down, up? Like, what's your trajectory you're looking at?
Oh, jeez. Well, if she wants to happily like produce like a presentation, maybe that'll be one of the episodes next week or in the coming weeks. We'll get a presentation to justify why we should keep doing this. We've welcomed the mums to the episode. We'll say welcome to everyone else to another episode of Finally to Full Forward. I forgot what the name of the show was for a split second there.
Flittiff.
We just need to go to, I guess this one goes to anyone listening and Amma. Just go to youtube.com/Finally to Full Forward. You'll be able to see any sort of question, any answers to any questions that anyone might have.
Do the stats pop up?
Well, you can see views and shit, can't you? Like
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I didn't realise that. I should have seen that kind of question coming with conversations she's had with you in the past about music, and obviously I've been involved in those conversations in years gone by. It's just thrown me off of it. It just caught me off guard a bit.
You know, Amma. Hi, Amma. How you doing? Definitely listening to
Definitely
this,
listening.
Yeah.
She knows. She's asking because she's part of the views every single week.
Yes, exactly.
She gets to look at your face for 45 to an hour a week.
Exactly.
It's wholesome as. Anyway, sorry, got that out of the way. How was your weekend?
It was good.
Yeah,
it was great.
I feel like I haven't seen you a lot at all this week.
Really? I mean, I feel like on the weekend. Oh, I mean, like we've been here most of. I mean, I was gone on Sunday, but most of the time we've sort of been in and out.
I think so. Yeah. It's been sort of flying, sort of conversations. Anyway, your weekend was great.
It was great. My partner came back from Korea, so it was nice, real nice seeing her after a couple of weeks.
Yep, she had a good time.
Had a great time. Yeah, with her close mates, and straight back into work actually. So
yeah, that's a bold play.
Yeah, flew in on Sunday and started work on Monday. I didn't know that was a commonly done thing, but
I'd like to take a day at least.
Yeah. I think she already was on what's it? Into the negatives, annual leave anyway.
Annual leave, yeah,
as well. So it's kind of
that's fair. That's the other side of it, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's fair.
How's your weekend, mate?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Mother's Day things on Sunday. Which just went around, made dinner, which is nice. Saw the new Guardians of the Galaxy on Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday night. Yep.
Went out to Lido Cinemas in Hawthorne.
Yep.
Lovely place. If you've not been there yet, I definitely recommend going. It's a beautiful sort of retro cinema.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, great spot.
I have heard of it. I think Tash has mentioned it once or twice.
Absolutely, she has, yeah.
Haven't been myself.
If a person was to be a cinema,
right.
Like Tash would be Lido.
Tash would be Lido.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, right.
Without a doubt. And then on Friday, I managed to fluke my way into a ticket to go to this dinner drinks thing in the MCC.
Yes.
So Tash is in Kynan, two very good friends of the shows. Very good friends of the show. Put the S on the wrong word there. They play baseball or have played baseball previously. I'm not 100% sure. With a member of the Young Members Committee at the MCC. So they were doing a committee dinner thing in the MCC. So in the committee room on level 2.
The most random connection I've ever heard.
Yeah. Yeah,
there you go. Plays baseball with someone that's on the committee of this, not just an MCC member.
No, so they're friends with so Tash and Kynan are friends with this guy who's on the committee. Cool. So they got invited along in Richmond Geelong game, so they asked if I could squeeze a ticket and managed to get one, I'd never actually obviously done the tour a few times, a couple of times I think, and walked through there before, but never actually watched a game there. So we got there early, and just taking in the scenes on level 2, just walk out to the seated area, and obviously it makes sense that it's the best seat in the house where the members sit. Yeah. But we walked out level 2, beautiful still night, and you're just going full vantage of that screen. You got full vantage of that screen. You can just see the whole stadium. It's like, this is perfect. Yeah. And then we went inside. There was a dinner inside, and our table happened to be the closest one to the window, so you could see it all there. It's like this is sick. Yeah. Could go like to and from the bar as much as we please. There was a couple of course dinner. Go out onto the seating bit to actually watch the game. I guess the only downside was the actual game itself, because Geelong were never in it. I'm sure we'll get to that later, but just a cool experience, man. It was awesome. Yeah, even you could literally watch the game even when you were like taking a leak in the bathroom. You could still see. I was umming and ahhing whether to bring that up, and I think I'd gone against bringing it up. So thanks for doing that. But that's fine. I like we're talking about it. So one of the urinals in the toilets of this committee room, it's like an indent in the wall. So the urinal's there, and then it's surrounded by a wall, and then the wall right in front of you, there's a window so you can watch the game. Yeah. As you can imagine, it was never free, because whenever anyone wanted to go for a piss, it was always the one that was taken. Everyone would go. Yeah. Keep eyes on the game. I did get to go at halftime. Yeah. Didn't hit the same when the Oz Kick kids were out there. No, not a great view, no. No. Anyway, what else is going on? Playoffs. Ah, yes, the NBAR. The NBAR. Only 4 teams left, mate. Yeah. It's we've been having, I know we've had it on a bit more at home, just on the old KO, working from home sort of deal. But it's getting pretty exciting. I honestly don't know who's going to win, and I like the fact that I don't know who's going to win. Yeah, it really could be any of them. So it's the Lakers, Nuggets, and the Celtics Heat. So it's the same. Excuse me. It's the same last 4 from the bubble season. Yeah. Yep. So it wasn't a fluke. The bubble. Yeah. Very much the same cause in most teams, I guess. I guess the Lakers obviously had a lot of turnover there, but for the most part, a lot of the same cause in the same 4 teams. So it's going to be interesting. Will there be any games finished by the time this comes out? Probably. Lakers Nuggets starts. Is that Wednesday? It starts. I think so. Yeah. Wednesday. Yeah. So interesting. There'll be a few games before the next episode. I'm sure we'll touch base with it. I'm sure we will. Again, very much at the pointy end, and it's super duper exciting. Well, for now, let's run it back. So, running it back through the week, round 9 has wrapped up, and something interesting about this round. Well, if your team won, it's fair to say that they won by a lot, and you're pretty happy because the average winning margin was 46 points. It does seem extraordinarily high, doesn't it? Across 9 games, for the average margin to be 46 points. I reckon it could be the highest of the year. Yeah, but it could also not be, because we haven't looked it up. Of course, we haven't. No. It does seem pretty high though, right? Yeah, I mean, you asked me, like, when you asked that question to me before we did the pod, you were like, hey, what do you reckon? I was like, oh yeah, it's pretty big. I reckon it was about 28. Yeah, I mean, there was a couple of 70-point victories. It was 50, a couple of 40s. I think it was a 65 in there as well. Like big margins. I think the Pies were the one that actually won. I did say 65 there. I think the Pies were the one that won by 65 against the Giants on Sunday. They keep rolling, and they're sitting top of the ladder. Yep, and then you got Melbourne, Brizzy, and Port currently rounding out the rest of the top 4 as well. So. Speaking of averages and that round, only one game had an attendance of above 45,000. And I thought that was quite low. So that was something that I did look up.
Yeah.
And apart from Gather Round,
Yeah.
it's the second lowest average attendance of any round so far this year.
But also, did you see an article by the AFL? I don't know if it was today or yesterday or not, but apparently the first 9 rounds this year, highest attendance ever.
Really?
Any season
Yeah,
ever.
right.
So I was like, wow, that's pretty good.
We take that. Absolutely.
So maybe this lowish attendance is actually decent, but just compared to the rest of this start of the season.
Yeah. Well, it was obviously this round's attendance obviously skewed by the 6,000 people that went to watch North. Tassie.
Yeah, down at Blunston. Yeah, it was Look, Blunston's not a massive arena, it's fair to say.
Yeah, is it like 12.5 capacity, something like that? More than that?
I can't remember. I feel like
we did an episode.
You did it when you were talking about Tassie.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but it was probably about, I don't know, a quarter full at best. So
not a good game not a good day for North, eh?
Yeah, not in terms of support, but also just not in terms of playing. I think, yeah,
skill errors and
mate, yeah, some of probably the worst I've seen us play in a while.
Really?
Yeah,
I feel like you've said that a lot on this show, though.
Yeah.
I feel like
just very basic skill errors, and sort of resulting in direct like turnovers and then a goal straight away. Like you've got that instant negative reinforcement. It's like, oh, I did. This was done and it led to a goal. This was done and it led to a goal. This was done and led to a goal, sort of thing. Just one of those days. But sometimes it's not a pretty sight at times. But look, I feel like at other times this year we have actually been okay to watch. Passages of play, especially the midfield. A nice chain of handballs leading up to an inside 50. It's always been good to watch, but definitely not one to remember, I think.
I wonder at what point of the season I'll go off North again. It definitely happened last year, didn't it? In a big way.
Oh, in a massive way. Yeah.
But, I mean, you weren't the only ones that were average this week. I mean, I'll definitely give some to my own team as well. We were never in the game. So we talked about last round. I was one of the 58,141 at the MCG.
You were?
Watching the Tigers of old come good against the Cats, and it's fair to say I wasn't really watching for long because as soon as I saw how much we weren't up for it, I focused my attention back on the bar and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But what I wanted to talk about this week was something that happened right before the game.
Yes.
So still outside the stadium at this point.
You caught the train, right?
Caught the train in with Kynan, again, very good friend of the show. We were walking towards the MCC, so we walked over from the station, all suited and booted.
Yeah.
Walking around to gate 2, I want to say, the MCC.
Is the MCC
entrance.
like you like from Richmond? You got to go around,
You've got to go right.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So all suited up, and I was about to say to Kynan that I felt like a bit of a wanker being suited up going to the footy, because it was people were getting there early and they were just wearing what you'd wear to the footy.
Yeah.
And it's like, we walk around in suits, and like when you go to the footy and you're sitting in any other part of the ground, you see people in suits, you're going,
yeah, okay.
Wanker.
Yeah,
so I felt like that.
So you felt like that.
And
okay.
I was about to say that to Kynan, and then I saw these blokes coming towards us that were walking the other way.
Yeah.
And I overheard one of them say, "Hey, look, it's NBA Commissioner Adam Silver." And they were talking about me because I was wearing one of the suits, one of the kind of suits that he'd wear.
Yeah, like, not to you, but like.
Oh yeah, it was definitely not said to me. It was said about me.
Yeah,
and it wasn't the kind of suit he'd wear in terms of monetary value.
Yeah,
very, very. Look, if I was referred to as Adam Silver and it came with his bank account, happy days.
Yeah,
happy days.
Yeah.
But it was more a bald white guy wearing glasses.
Yeah.
Wearing like a tan suit.
A suit. So, yeah.
For someone who looks like an ill alien, Oh yeah, I thought I was done a bit dirty there.
Yeah.
I thought there's a lot better lookalikes out there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're doing this week. With the help of an article that we found on Zero Hanger,
Yeah.
a random Reddit thread, and our imagination, we're going to run through some AFL lookalikes thanks to those blokes. You never know when content's gonna strike.
Yeah. Oh, I remember when you said you had that dinner on. I'm like, there's going to be something out of that dinner that you're going to, muster up some content with. But
it turns out it was before the
it was before, yeah.
AFL lookalikes, and turns out there's plenty out there.
Yeah, and quite some that are just straight up hilarious. Some that are just like, oh yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Yep. Did you want to start it off?
Let me start us off. Start with a bang, mate. This is a bit of a throwback, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't actually watched this movie since I was a kid. So definitely, going to have to do a rewatch after this. But Western Bulldogs coach Luke Beveridge has I'd say a somewhat of an uncanny resemblance to none other than Kronk from Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. There's something about the build. There's something about the hair.
Yep.
Something about the jaw.
The jaw, the chin. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can see that. Kronk, look, Emperor's New Groove is I fucking love that movie.
Yeah.
I think I saw it maybe a couple of years ago.
Oh, you've rewatched it?
Oh, yeah. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's a funny movie, and you don't realize how funny it is until you go back and watch it again.
And you rewatch it. Yeah.
He's not known as the most intelligent character, is he, Kronk?
No.
You reckon Bevo would be happy with that?
Look, probably not.
Probably not.
But,
He's quite a trim character, though, Bevo. Surely, I suppose if we're looking at lookalikes, which I guess is what we are doing, and I've asked the pointless question there.
Yeah.
You'd have to be happy with that.
Would you argue that Kronk's the best character from that movie, though?
I would. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, then Bevo should be happy.
He'd be wrapped.
He'd be wrapped. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Kronk and Luke Beveridge.
Yeah.
All right, I've got another one for you.
Yep.
Did you know that Clayton Oliver?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
We know that he's one of the best in the game.
Yeah.
He's also a movie star.
A movie star?
He's a movie star. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not many people know this.
Okay.
But when he was younger,
he
starred in the Incredibles.
2004, The Incredibles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. He was Incrediboy. before he became what's his name in the movie? Syndrome. Yeah. So Clayton Oliver in Incrediboy.
Buddy, right?
Huh?
Fly home, buddy.
I work alone. That's another movie that's underrated.
Definitely worth a rewatch.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think this episode has just turned into what movies we should all rewatch because we're just going to go through some classics, I think. No, that's great. Yeah, bit of some of the resemblance there with the hair, potentially.
The hair, yeah.
Freckles?
Yeah, I reckon. The freckles, yep. Maybe we leave the comparisons there just to stay as polite as we can.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right. I'll go on to number 3. Now this is a great one.
Okay.
Great one. The new Super Mario movie has been released.
Yep.
I think I watched it a few weeks ago now, but not many people know, but BT actually auditioned for that role. It's crazy. The Mo is just, I think the Mo does everything. It's just, I don't know if you put that Mo on anyone and they just look like Mario, or if it's just a BT thing.
Or I don't know, if you put Brian Taylor in a Mario hat.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd absolutely say that.
Yeah,
you'd absolutely say that.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to try and I'll just whack a Mario hat on BT and whack like a Channel 7 microphone into Mario's hand.
And see which one looks...
See if people can work out which one's which. It might be all Mo, though.
Yeah.
But I rate it.
Yeah.
I rate it. This one we can't take credit for. I think this one was on the Reddit thread, and I've seen this pop up on social media a fair while.
Yeah.
And I will start this by saying we love Darcy Moore.
We do love Darcy Moore.
We love Darcy Moore. You know, we mentioned his speech on Anzac Day.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
But you cannot deny his similarity in appearance to Bend It Like Beckham era Keira Knightley. It's all hair and headband.
That's it.
A little bit of the facial structure as well, I think.
Yeah. It's like slick back. And I feel like that's in the same way that the Mo for BT, I feel like the slick back does it.
And to be honest, I mean, I feel like both parties would be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I reckon.
I mean, yeah. Sure, why not?
Yeah, I mean...
I guess. I'm not sure what Keira Knightley does these days.
Do you reckon she keeps up with the pies? You reckon she knows who Darcy Moore is?
Maybe. Never know.
Let's tag her and we'll see if she knows.
Is there anyone that you haven't tagged on this?
Oh, yeah.
Like you never like go and be like
It's a joint
Oh,
effort,
sorry.
the social
We
media.
we never think about like, oh, this person's too big. We're not going to tag them, right?
Nah.
Nah.
Well, I tried to tag King Charles the other day. Turns out he doesn't have an official Instagram account. I was pretty flat about that. I found a lot of fan pages. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
That's not. Nah, that's not.
It's treason then.
All right, on to the next one. This one's a sport one.
Oh, see, we're a sport podcast.
Yeah. This one is, I don't know if this is also just the Mo, but Joe Danaher.
Yeah, he has a Mo.
Of the Brisbane Lions. He does have a Mo. And Ulrich Nortje.
The South African
fast bowler, the lightning speed fast bowler.
Ulrich Nortje.
No.
Yeah, no, I see that.
Oh, it's. I don't know if it's just the Mo.
I don't reckon it is.
Yeah, okay.
I reckon it's a bit more. There's a bit more to it. I reckon if he grew his hair out a bit longer, bit of a mullet at the back.
Yeah,
because he's quite a tall man as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Nah, there's something there.
Facial structure, something, right?
There's something there. I reckon they're distant cousins.
Mm-hmm,
They've got to be.
Yeah,
and see, that's fine leg and full forward.
Yeah, combining, linking up.
Maybe those two have been the key all along. We should call ourselves Fine Danaher to Full Nokia.
And tag both of them probably.
In every single episode.
Yeah.
I'm going to move on. This one's just, we're bringing this up because we're bringing it up because it's just accurate. Jeremy Howe and Adam Levine.
Yeah.
You can't say that you've seen those two in the same room together.
Yeah, probably not.
Not possible.
Yeah. It's just probably the hairstyle.
The hair, the tats.
The tats.
I think, the face though as well. I reckon the face is probably the most similar facial structure that we've mentioned yet.
Compared to everything else so far. Yeah.
Question for you. Would you rather, actually I think I can know the answer to this. Would you rather be able to jump like Jeremy Howe?
Yeah.
Or sing like Adam Levine?
I think sing like Adam Levine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
As in like his voice? Not just his like vocal range?
Ooh.
You'd be able to do Maroon 5 covers pretty well.
Yeah. Wouldn't mind the voice. Yeah. Oh, and I wouldn't mind like the range, I think, more than the voice.
But what if it was the voice?
As in like exactly.
That's how you sounded, yeah.
I wouldn't want to sound exactly the same.
Like, that was the question, mate.
Nah.
You'd be jumping exactly the same as Jeremy Howe.
Yeah, then I'll jump then.
I can't believe I just wigged you out of that. Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah. All right, on to the next one. Job Watson. Right?
Mm-hmm. I don't think he's someone we've ever mentioned on the show before.
Maybe not.
But I could be waffling because this is episode 86. There's a good chance. 86? There's a good chance we did at some point. Anyway, not the point.
Shout out to Job Watson. Anyway, Job Watson. We think Job Watson looks a lot like Bear Grylls.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you reckon Job drinks his own piss?
I don't think so.
Yep.
Probably not. Yeah. Probably not.
Okay.
I think, was he doing his Masters at the same time as my brother? I think he was doing a Masters at Melbourne Uni at the same time as
Levine. Oh, Job?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Smart man.
Smart man, there you go. Well, there's a comment there about decision making and being smart, and I'm not going to make it. Moving on. I'm going to save that one for you, so I'm going to skip ahead one.
Yep.
I'm going to go Jager, OMeara,
Yep.
and Taylor Lautner.
Mm.
One of them plays AFL football for where's he play? Does he play for Freo?
Has he moved to Freo? Has he?
I don't know.
I think he has.
I think he has as well.
Yes.
One of them plays AFL football.
One of them used to play
for
the Hawks.
Yes, we know that for sure. And one of them, yeah, because he was at the Suns, then the Hawks, and then Freo. Was there anyone else?
I think it's Freo.
I think he's at Freo now. Okay, so one of them plays AFL football for Freo.
Yep.
And the other one used to star in Twilight.
Yeah, also similar to Kieran Knightley, not sure what Taylor Lautner is up to these days, but
well, he's playing AFL football for Freo.
Oh,
we're not sure what Jager OMeara is up to now because Twilight's done and dusted.
Yeah. Definitely some similarities there.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Another one, very similar face, haircut, everything.
Yep. I've got another one. Lockie Neal and Luke. Do you know Luke Evans?
I don't think I do.
He was in like The Hobbit.
Right.
He's in like the Fast and Furious movies as well, I think. Not that I've watched them in about 8-9 years, but I know he was in them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that before they got crazy? Before they're doing Spider-Man jumps with cars off cliffs and
yeah. No,
I
I feel like they were always doing that when I think about it.
Nah. Like the first one, man. The first one that was
But
about.
I swear, like, okay, not to that same level, but I feel like if I go back and rewatch, and I have gone back and rewatched some of them, I'm like, yeah, there is a bit of like, it's more about the cars, which is what, lots of people fell in love with it about that. But there is still a lot of like over, making it super dramatic and everything like that. Like, but it's not. Yeah, not to the level of like...
It's not parachuting cars out of planes. Machine guns in cars.
And cars driving from like one skyscraper to the other skyscraper. And
I forgot about that.
That sort of stuff. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I have a bit of a sidetrack. But Lockie Neal.
Lockie Neal and Luke Evans.
Looks like Luke Evans.
Yeah, right. Okay. Another one that we uncovered in preparation for this episode.
Yep.
I saw the comparison, the two names pop up as I was scrolling down.
Yep.
And I hadn't seen the pictures yet. And then I scrolled down and saw Sam Gilbert's face, real zoomed in, and I've gone, yeah, fuck, that actually really looks like Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Like, another one, like, face shape, facial structure.
Absolutely.
Even like facial hair as well.
Yeah, uncanny. Like when we were going through this in the lead up, like I was like, well, that's actually...
I never would have thought about it. Never would have picked it until seeing it there.
Sometimes that's what you need, just see them side by side or whatever it is.
See someone point it out to you.
I guess, do we have any? Oh, there's a couple more. This is quite a funny one, actually.
I'll be the judge of that.
So, Brad Scott, right? Essendon coach.
Yep.
Bit of a lookalike
with.
It's actually funny. I'm not throwing Tash under the bus, but we're having a chat when you were gone at the MCC, and we were talking about. We were watching the Cats Richmond game, and the camera panned to Chris Scott in the coach's box, and she was like, "He looks just like the Bulldogs coach." And I was like,
"Not the Bombers coach."
No, do you mean the Bombers coach, Brad Scott? Like they're identical twins? And she was like, "Oh, they are," but she was like. No. Like she's like, no. Luke Beveridge looks like Chris Scott, and she got up photos of both of them, and she was like, "See, they look exactly the same."
I suppose, yeah. Scotty's got longer hair and a beard now, like Bevo's got.
He's changed the look.
He has changed the look. Yeah. Okay. So, are you saying Brad Scott and Chris Scott? Or are you saying Chris Scott and Luke Beveridge? What's your...
I think I came into this saying Brad Scott and Chris Scott, but I'm now on Team Tash, so I say Chris Scott and Luke
Say
Luke
Team Tash and you fully throw her under the bus. I'm going to tell her that as soon as I done this. Oh, you're done for, mate. I tell you.
So, getting forward now, this all started because a couple of blokes walked past and said that you looked somewhat like NBA Commissioner Adam Silver.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It's funny.
Yes. We probably both agree that you don't look like Adam Silver.
I appreciate you saying that. I appreciate it. That's the first time you've said that I don't look like an ill alien.
Yeah.
And I think it's frankly overdue.
You want me to say it more?
Yeah. I'd love you to say that more.
Good morning. You don't look like like an ill alien.
It's just what I need. Just roll over in the morning.
Yeah.
Say, good morning. You do.
But with that aside, I want you to think about, like, in that same scenario, who would you have preferred to be called? If someone was going to, shout out and say, that person looks like this, or whatever. Do you reckon there's a better answer for a lookalike for you?
Like, that's actually realistic?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that narrows down a lot of people. I don't know. Jim Rash.
Yeah.
Trying to think of bald people who wear glasses.
Yeah, I mean, you rocked up to that house party as Dean Pelton.
I did, yeah.
Didn't
costume
people?
Party,
Didn't people? A few people recognise you?
Yeah, they got around that. Yeah,
see?
they did. I don't know. Maybe trying to think of bald celebrities. Me and The Rock, I feel like we've got very similar frames, very similar builds.
Yeah. A few characteristics that are quite similar. So
I'd say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need one thing, like the mo, or a particular thing, and you're pretty much spot on.
If it was you and you were in that scenario and you were called out, it looks like whoever. Who would you want that person to have been?
Who would I want that person to be? Oh, geez.
I feel like year 9 you would have said Usher.
Probably. I've always sort of even throughout like high school and even like uni days, uni mates would say it, and I never really agreed. I never really thought I looked anything like Usher at all. But I'm not sure if I have a preference anymore.
Oh, okay.
I think I just prefer. I feel like the realistic answer for a lookalike for me would be some kind of Indian or Sri Lankan cricket player or Indian or Sri Lankan Bollywood actor. So,
yeah, right.
That's probably.
How about we put it to the listeners? maybe for the both of us.
Yeah.
Who do you reckon the best lookalike is for Ashwin?
Yeah.
Who do you reckon the best lookalike is for me? And let us know in the comments, in the DMs, whatever, at Final Link to Full Forward on Instagram if you don't know that already. Let us know. And I think it's about time we switched on. Switch on. Couple of questions for you this week.
Yep.
Question 1. What is the funniest thing that someone's ever said about you? Obviously, we know what we based this whole episode on by now.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Doesn't have to be looks, anything like that. Just what's the funniest thing that someone's ever said about you?
In the uni days, I think this was late uni, probably 3rd or 4th year uni. I was in a group assignment with a couple of my mates and one person that was sort of
like in the class.
In the class, yeah. I think you needed a group of 4, and I had two other mates.
That's up. Yep.
Yeah. So this other person, I think for some reason, I'm not sure if she liked me. I think I got that feeling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think I remember this story actually.
Yeah. And she sort of straight out. We were sort of doing work, one shoot, and she sort of straight up went, "You look like a playboy." And I didn't really know what to say, and my two mates were like, they would try not to laugh, and then they just burst out laughing, and they just
As far as like first impressions and first takes go,
yeah.
you couldn't be any more freezing cold than that, could you? You couldn't be further from the truth.
Me being a playboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
Unless, did she mean you look like a Playboy bunny? Like
like a...
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Benefit of the doubt.
That's not for us to know.
Yes.
That's not for us to know.
Yes. What's the funniest thing someone's ever said about you?
Other than the Adam Silver comment? Probably the comment I got in drive-through, my road today. So I'm not sure if I've mentioned this on the show before.
Uh-huh.
But there was a mother and daughter that came through the drive-through one time.
Yeah.
And they were really friendly. So I was being friendly back.
Yeah.
And I would have been 17 at the time.
Yeah.
About that. And she leans in after I hand her her food and says, "Oh, you know, if your head was a little smaller, I'd totally want you to marry my daughter." And just, yeah, that was over 10 years. Fuck. Yeah.
It was over 10
God,
years
that was
ago.
over 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
That's depressing.
I haven't heard that story in a while.
Yeah.
It's a great one, though.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. There's some rippers from the drive-through days. Anyway, that's the first question. Question 2. This show's been all about lookalikes. I'm sure you figured that out by now. I'm sure the listeners have figured that out by now.
Yep.
Can you come up with another word for lookalike? Like if someone tasked you with, I guess, the task of coming up with, like, we want to improve the word lookalike. We want a better version. Like, we want a 2.0 version of the word lookalike.
Ooh.
Can you come up with a better word for it?
Isn't there already doppelganger?
There is.
But you want a better one.
I want you to come up with one.
Oh,
another
one. Two people that look the same. Similison.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or simplicin. Yeah.
Okay.
Either or.
Either or. I mean,
feel free.
Two high quality options there.
Very high quality options there.
If you are listening and you can figure out a way to split those two and make a decision out of them, please do let us know, because it was a low quality question with a low quality answer.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Appreciate it.
My questions for you. We're talking about doppelgangers and stuff, but this question's more about taking a few well-known characters,
right?
And I'm going to give you 2 AFL players, and who would do it better if they were to play these characters in like a live action version of a movie or something like that.
Right. Okay.
Don't think about like acting skill or anything like that, because you won't get very far, I don't think. But who would pull it off better as Johnny Bravo? Nick Riewoldt or Matthew Richardson?
Johnny Bravo is not a character I've thought about in a long, long time. Nick Riewoldt or
Cartoon Network days?
Yeah. Nick Riewoldt or Matthew Richardson. There's the laptop over there. It's just I feel like it's been pretty good the last couple of weeks, the laptop, in terms of volume. Nick Riewoldt or Matthew Richardson. So, like, Johnny Bravo is quite a tall-looking man. I don't know how much of that is hair. Nick Riewoldt and Matthew Richardson both pretty tall. I'll say Nick Riewoldt just because of their hair colour being similar.
Being blonde, yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Would you agree?
Yep,
okay.
I'd agree. Number 2, who would pull it off better as Hagrid from Harry Potter? Max Gorn or Charlie Dixon? So they both put on the costume and everything. And,
a bit of a fat suit type.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I feel like Charlie Dixon to go alright as like a Waluigi type.
Waluigi.
I feel like he's got, I don't know if it's the shape of his beard or his face itself.
Yeah.
I'm backing Charlie Dixon for Waluigi.
Yeah.
So I'll go Max Gorn for Hagrid.
Okay, fair enough.
Two different movies. There's no reason that Charlie Dixon can't do both.
He could have a bit of range.
But he could. I mean, there's no reason he can't. But no, I'll go Max Gorn.
Okay. All right. And the last one. Who would pull it off better as Darth Vader? Jonathan Brown or Barry Hall?
Jonathan Brown or Barry Hall for Darth Vader. Why have you picked those two?
I don't know. I just picked a couple of guys with pretty deep voices, and I thought this one's more, voice acting, because you got the suit on, so you can't really see.
Yeah.
So it's more about the voice.
No, I've got it.
What?
I know what you're saying about the voice there, but
Yeah.
I've got a different way of justifying this.
Okay.
So you know how it's fair to say Anakin Skywalker got fucked up,
Yeah.
like by Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
Had no limbs. Had to
I see where this is going.
reconstruct his face.
Yeah.
Well, Jonathan Brown's had a couple of facial reconstructions, so
Yeah.
I'd say Jonathan Brown.
It's got to be Brownie.
It's method acting.
Yeah.
Money! Money!
Alrighty, time for my mate's multi. My legs from last week. Leg 1, I said, a player in the Battle of the Coasts will be a stat leader this round. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt Rao.
Touches.
Tackles. He had
Tackles.
17 tackles.
17 tackles.
17 tackles. Also, side note, Matt Rao looks kind of like Golem.
Like Gollum.
Yeah.
Gollum.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I suppose
From
when he's
Lord of
kind
the
of crashing down, eating grass before the game. Yep. Okay. All right.
A little bit.
Okay. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Like eyes as well.
Kind of,
A little bit.
a little bit.
Mm. Do you reckon
Anyway.
Matt Rao will be happy with that one?
Look, probably not. Let's not tag him on that one. let's not tag everyone.
That's right, Kieran Knightley this week.
Yeah. All right. Leg 2. No.
Try and get this word right this week.
Yeah, let me. Malay.
Melee.
Oh, melee. Fuck.
It's already French. You don't need to make it more French. But, melee.
Melee. Melee. No melee will take place this round. I had a look at the MRP and there was nothing reported there. So,
Okay.
I mean, there are a few, like, there was a bit of striking and this and that, but no actual official reports of
Okay. All right.
melee.
Melee. Nice.
Melee.
Melee. It's definitely not melee.
No,
We
it's
can-
not
we can-
melee.
we can
Yeah.
confirm that
I
wholeheartedly.
feel like melee is also acceptable. I think that might be American, maybe.
Yeah, I think it is.
But yeah. Anyway, so that also got up. So 2 from 2. And leg 3. Out of the current NBA conference semifinals, only one series will go to game 7. Yes, which means 3 from 3.
3 from 3.
I reckon-
That hasn't happened in a long, long time.
I reckon we need a, just thinking on the fly here, I reckon we need some sort of sound effect. Nice.
Could you tell that I was trying to find the app then? Is that why you're leading it?
No, I didn't know you were going to do that, but I thought we were going to do it in post. But it saves us having to do it in post.
There you go.
so-
Easy. Well, you can add one in if you want to now.
Nah.
Wait, oh no, I have to add the sound effect.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to put a visual effect where I just pointed,
Yeah.
I'm not putting a sound effect in. So 3 from 3.
Mhm.
Well done.
Thanks, mate.
Well done. All right. Well, mine from last week,
Mm.
I said that Jason Horne-Francis will be a late out against North.
No.
No, he was not. I also said for leg 2, I will get 9 out of 9 tips 2 weeks in a row.
Yep.
I didn't. I got 7. So
Not bad.
Not bad, but when you say you're going to get 9 and you don't, it's not good.
Yeah.
And then leg 3, I said I will not spill a drink over myself on Friday night.
Mm.
And this was the one that I was most concerned about.
Yep.
And that one got up. I did not spill a drink over myself.
Good job, mate.
Kynan spilled a drink over my phone, but there was no alcohol over my outfit at all, which is pretty big for me.
Yeah. How's your phone?
It's still kicking.
Mm.
It'll be all right. So I got the average 1 out of 3.
Yep.
You've bumped up your season average with a successful multi.
Yeah.
We'll
Ah.
see if we can go back and actually work out the season total.
Have we ever
Yeah,
done that?
no, we
like
haven't, but
gone
I want
through
to.
and yeah.
I want to.
That's fun. All right, my legs for this week. Leg 1. The ceremony prior to the Dreamtime game this weekend is to go for more than 10 minutes.
Okay.
So I feel like it might. Maybe it
Does
won't.
it usually?
I don't know, actually. It is usually pretty short, pretty brief, but
Okay.
yeah. I love it each. I don't know.
mhm.
Yeah. So hopefully it does go for more than 10. Leg 2. I will fall asleep on the train at some point tomorrow.
Yep, I can see that happening.
Yeah.
Going out to the Bull.
Going out to Warrnambool for work. And that's on the Tuesday. So we're actually recording this on Monday.
A day early.
Should
we do Mondays usually or not?
From now on.
I don't know.
Possibilities are endless.
It's not that deep, bruv.
Yeah. Long train ride. So I don't normally fall asleep on planes or trains or anything like that, but maybe I'll manifest it. All right, leg 3. All players will be clothed during post-game playoff press conferences this week.
You don't reckon Jimmy Butler's going to have his top off again?
Nah, I feel like he's already done it, so I feel like maybe next time he won't do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see if he can go back to back, 3 out of 3 the following week. Mine for this week, less than 3 teams will lose by 10 or more goals. So there was 3 this round.
Yep.
I'm saying there's less than 3 next round.
Okay.
Leg 2, I will see more than 4 long sleeve Guernseys during the Dreamtime game.
Yeah, nice.
We love an Indigenous kit and we love a long sleeve. We put those 2 together. It's a pretty good combination if you ask me. Leg 3, there'll be more people at this week's Q Clash than there was at the last Q Clash. I don't know how many there was at the last one. I will look that up at some point before the next episode, and I'm just double checking the Q Clash is actually this week, and it is. So there'll be more at this one than the last one.
At the Gabba?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Cool.
So that's it. I am going to get 3 out of 3 next week because I feel left out. That's it for this week. Will forever be known as Lookalike Week, I think.
Yep.
I don't know if we mentioned this earlier, but if there was any, I know we mentioned lookalikes for us, but if there was any AFL lookalikes that you feel like we missed, or there's any that you've thought of yourself that you reckon should have got a mention today, again, let us know. DMs always open. Comment section down below if you're on YouTube. Get amongst it at Fine Leg to Full Forward on both.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We are heading into Sir Doug Nicholls' round.
Yes.
So round 10 and round 11 over the 2 rounds. As you know, mate, my favourite rounds of the year.
Absolutely.
Absolutely love looking at the designs of all the kits. Have you had a look at the Cats one yet? Or
I've seen the Cats have 2.
Oh, really?
They've got a navy one and like a mostly navy one and a mostly white one.
Nice.
So I think they changed. I don't know. I think we've got Freo over there next week. So I think we're the white one over there. And then I don't know who we've got the week after.
Yep.
So we'll chop and change. But yeah, they're pretty good. Well, I'm sure we'll have a good old chinwag about the Indigenous kits. We always do, don't we?
Yeah. Well, until then, keep kicking goals.